So, welcome to the model number one. Further topics after the understanding the mechanical properties, we'll understand what is slip and twinning concept in the next slide. Okay, so the plastic deformation by twinning and that is slipping action will be taking place for various region. Let us discuss. Okay, the mechanism of slip deformation. The group of atoms do not slide over each other during the plastic shear deformation. So this process requires too much of energy. Okay, you can see that the shearing action taking place, that slip deformation will be taking not taking in the group. Okay, so here the edge deformation will be taking place. Okay, energy of that slip is taking less, too much, take the energy too much. Okay, so let us discuss what is a slip. Slip means during that shearing action taking place, so some of the molecules are going to be required so much of energy to deformation. Okay, and also for the twinning, here the slip system, typically slip planes are the most densely packed planes. Okay, less energy is required to move from one position to the another position, so which are furthest separated. Okay, again if you are slipping again taking place, what happen, so it will be changing their position or the material. Okay, atoms. Okay, in case of twinning, what happens, twinning mechanism to allow the shear stress required to initiate the twinning, the high twinning, and also the atoms move functional distance of atomic spacing. Okay, so this is the twinning, there is a twinning structure, how they are going to be, matrix is going to be changing their molecules. Okay, by twinning actions. So just briefly we'll discuss, so why the what are the difference between slip and twinning. So suppose if you take for the stress required for the slip is, initially slip is very less. Okay, for this twinning action, the stress required is high. Okay, and for the critical resolved shear stress, okay, means slip takes place when the shear stress on the slip plane, it will be direction reaches to the threshold value called as critical resolved shear stress, whereas resolving critical shear stress is not a role in a twinning actions. And we'll come to the lattice orientation. What happened, there is no change in lattice orientation because the orientation of the crystal above the and below slip plane remains same before and after the deformation, whereas lattice orientation changes twinning causes because of difference in crystal structures across the twin place. So this is how the difference. And we'll come to the microscopic appearance. Okay, slip is observed as the thin line under the microscope, and these lines can be removed by polishing. But twinning, it is not like that. It is observed as wide bands that cannot be removed by polishing. So if the tuning action taking place and the smaller in micro level, the lines are appearing on the surface, so that can be removed by polishing. But whereas tuning, if it happen, so it is very difficult to remove that lines or white bands on that surface. It is very difficult to remove by the polishing. So these are all about the your concept of slip and twinning. So I hope you understood the concept. So the further topic we will discuss in the next slide. Thank you.